Who is Levi Ackerman? Is he an overpowered character, or is he simply humanity's strongest soldier? Or maybe he is something much more than that. That is what we are going to talk about in today's video, so get comfortable. By the end of this video, you will know much more about Levi Ackerman. Hello Titan fans, and welcome back for a new Attack on Titan video that is all about Levi, from his character creation to his childhood and until today. Therefore, this video will not contain any spoilers in the first part, but towards the end of this video I would like to talk about Levi's latest developments in the manga, so when we'll get to this point I will announce that spoilers are coming and you can decide for yourself if you want to continue on watching, but until then we have a lot to talk about. So let's get started. And of course, if you like to see more videos like this on my channel, don't forget to subscribe and to enable all notifications to get informed when I release a new video. Levi Ackerman, who is known only as Levi at the beginning of Attack on Titan, is one of Isayama's most loved characters. He was inspired to create the character of Levi after one of his favorite characters, Rorschach, from the graphic novel Watchmen. Rorschach and Levi have a lot in common, from their physical appearance, their overwhelming strength, and their pursuit of what they find to be the right thing to do, and they both won't hesitate to do whatever it takes to make it happen. Levi's original name was Revile, especially because of the way it is spelled in Japanese, but also because it was before all the final names were decided. But until now, some people still calling him like that, Revile. The name Levi Ackerman has several sources. The name Levi is a Jewish name that is actually pronounced Levi, just like the clothes company Levi's is called like that while her creator was named Levi Strauss. In the old days, Levi was the name of the son of Jacob and Leah, or Yaakov and Leah, and he led one of the 12 clans of Israel named the Levi clan. This clan was entrusted to deal with worshipping process and protection of the old temple, and the name Levi is still a very popular Jewish name until today. The name Ackerman comes from German or Old English and means plowing fields, which translates to plowman or man of the field. This is too a very common Jewish surname. According to Isayama, Levi is in his 30s on the year 850 on the manga, so we'll assume he's about 32, which means that he's around the age of 27 back on year 845. But Levi had a very interesting life before he even joined the Survey Corps, and we will talk about it in a minute. Following those dates, we know that Levi was born around the year of 818. Just so you know and get an idea for that time, let's see what else happened in the world during Levi's birth and first years. On the year 816, Reiss inherits the founding titan on Paradis. On year 817, Grisha and Faye are caught by Kruger on Marley. Faye is killed and Grisha learns about Marley's history. On the year 819, Eren Kruger inherits the attacked titan in an unknown location on Marley. The next known date is year 824 on Marley, when Grisha joins the Eldian Restorationists after learning the truth of his sister's death. By now, Levi is about the age of 6 inside the walls, and he is about to meet Kenny Ackerman, his uncle. Now, although I'm sure that most of you know what the Ackerman clan is, for the sake of people who want a better understanding of this clan is part of the last few bloodlines inside the walls that are not subjects of Ymir, just like the Asian clan, where Mikasa belongs to. Therefore, because they are not descendants of Ymir, they should be immune to the powers of the founding titan. Not a lot is known about the Ackermans, apart them being a very strong and capable group of people that was allegedly created using Titan science, and because of that comes a moment in their lives when they can tap into their Ackerman bloodline and gain tremendous power and the ability to make quick decisions. The Ackerman clan was hunted inside the walls because they opposed the king's ideology and posed a threat because he couldn't control them with his powers. Going back to Levi, he was born and raised in the underground city inside Wolsina, under the capital of Mithras. He is the son of Kochel Ackerman and one of her clients who was an Eldian as far as we know. Around the age of 8, Levi's mom dies, and out of an unlikely act of mercy and kindness, his uncle Kenny takes Levi under his protection. He teaches him how to survive on his own and how to be a man. Sometime after that, Kenny leaves and Levi is left to live alone in the underground city. Levi lives the life of crime in the underground city, and he is very well respected. Few years after his uncle Kenny left him, he meets Farllan, another criminal living in the city, and the two become friends. This is the first time for Levi to ever have someone that is actually close to him, beside his mother. Few years after that, Levi and Farllan saves young Isabelle, who was chased by thugs just because she tried to leave the underground city without paying. Levi humiliates the criminals and they leave. Levi, Farllan and Isabelle become very close, and for the first time in his life, Levi now has a family and people that he actually loves. Even though Levi is considered tough and unapproachable on those days, his friends, although respecting him, also feel free being themselves around him, just like family. And we can see how the three also work together robbing the streets and are now even giving money to the poor people of the city that need help. One of Levi's best qualities, and actually the reason I personally love him so much, is actually the fact that he is very modest about his powers. Levi knows without a doubt that he is on a different level than anyone else around him, and he is not wrong. There isn't any soldier who can match him, and by now also no titan or warrior. But despite the fact that he knows that, you will never see Levi praising himself or provoking others. Although he is very violent since childhood, Levi's main objective is not to get people hurt if not needed. Levi actually holds human life at a very high standard, and we will see more examples for that in this video. Levi acts this way not because he disrespects others. On the other hand, when fighting, Levi always gives his best, never underestimating his opponents. Levi's actions suggest one thing: self-confidence. This is one of the best qualities of Levi. He is confident not because he got this special power from somewhere, but because he went through so much in life that developed him into this kind of person who doesn't say much. But despite that, people just want to follow him and to get his approval. In this scene, while sitting in a tavern, Levi is being provoked by some man who challenges him to an arm wrestling contest. He talks down to Levi and even laughs at him and tells him that he can take his wife if he wins. Levi doesn't get mad, and the fight ends in about 1 second when Levi smashes this guy's hand into the table. When he approaches the scared man's wife, he just takes a box of black tea and leaves quietly. Levi is a very refined individual. You can see it by the way he drinks his tea, by the way he dresses, and by his cleaning regimen. He is also being called Haichu, so just so you know what that means, a short, angry elf who likes to clean and make poop jokes, and I don't think Levi will appreciate that. Around the year 844, Levi gets a proposal from a high-ranking person from the capital, and soon after that, Erwin Smith spots him and his friends using stolen ODM gear to steal something from the market. After a long chase, Erwin and Mike Zacharias manage to stop him. Levi and his friends agree to join the Survey Corps, but Levi plans on killing Erwin Smith. Later on this year, Levi encounters his second big loss after his mother, when Farllan and Isabelle are killed in a horrible way by a titan. Although it is unknown, some believe that this is the day when Levi was actually able to awaken his Ackerman powers. This is also the day Levi first got a purpose in life, when he saw Erwin Smith's goal to defeat the titans to be a worthy one and decided to follow him. Another key moment in Levi's life was when Hanji revealed the possibility that all titans used to be humans in the end of season 2. The thought of him killing humans all this time really troubled Levi. Levi can be very loyal to people who he believes in, but he can be extremely rude and disrespectful to higher-ups he deems as unworthy. But is Levi really overpowered? Levi is super tough, no doubt, but he is not indestructible by any means. And we could see this when he was injured while saving Mikasa and Eren from the female titan. And fun fact about that, unlike the anime, in the manga, it wasn't Levi who pulled Eren out of his titan, because Levi was with Erwin, not even close to them and also injured. I also really like how Isayama handles his character. like taking him out before the big fight with the female titan, and also sending him to a mission with Erwin outside the walls on the year 845. On the same day, the Colossal Titan and the Armor Titan attacked the walls. And just think what would happen if Levi was there in that exact moment. But let us check Levi's stats and try to figure out how strong he really is. Levi is 1.6 meters and weighs 65 kilograms, which makes him almost the shortest scout after Connie in the start of the story. Unfortunately for Levi, Connie is still a growing kid and will soon reach 1.8, leaving Levi far behind. This is Levi character stats from the official Attack on Titan guide. We can see that Levi excels in initiative and making decisions and in cleanliness, both 10 out of 10, but his combat score is through the roof with 11 out of 10, and currently he is the strongest character in Attack on Titan. We can see that he scores 8 out of 10 for wits, which is very good, but not like his teamwork, which is clearly not his strong side. Levi tends to try and fix things on his own and not to endanger one of his people. This is probably because of his decision to let Farllan and Isabelle join him the day before they got killed. Levi took this very hard and since then always tried to prevent unnecessary deaths of his friends and close ones. About his fighting skills. Unlike the information we got about the former Levi Special Operations Squad, we don't know for sure what Levi's scores are. And that is because Levi doesn't brag or even talk about it, unlike any other soldier who is simply thrilled just to get one Titan kill. That just shows us what kind of person Levi really is. But according to several source materials and information from Isayama himself, we know that his personal Titan kill count is about 100 Titans, and we don't get any information about kills as a team. But I guess it got a bit higher by today. But how strong is Levi when it doesn't involve the ODM gear? The answer, very strong, as you can see by the arm wrestling competition and from breaking half of Eren's teeth on the roof. And it wasn't even a punch, it was more like a bitch slap. Also, he was able to handle Keith Shady's initiation slam without even moving. On the other hand, he is still human, and we saw him being stopped by Erwin in the underground city. Although, if it was indeed before he awakened his powers, then it is a whole different story. Before we continue with more Levi, and if you are enjoying this video, please don't forget to subscribe and to give this video a little like to let me know if you enjoyed it. And get ready for my next video where I reveal how many Titans are inside the walls. Yes, I already did the calculations and the answer might surprise you. Levi's character has evolved along the seasons, even if we don't see it right away. He sent his friend and the person that gave him purpose in life to his death in order to take down the Beast Titan. He lost all of his squad in the same way he lost Farllan and Isabelle. He had to make a life-altering decision by saving Armin instead of Erwin. All of the decisions just make us see Levi in different light. Yes, he hardly never smiles, and he will break some teeth for the sake of humanity, but you can see he has a heart and feelings. We can see another example for this from the scene of him listening to Eren and Armin talk about the ocean and letting it affect his decision to save Armin instead of Erwin. Levi is not a superhero, especially not like All Might or Saitama, who both has low chances of ever getting hurt. Levi is the type of hero that grows out of life experiences, talent, and a lot of training. But unlike Saitama or All Might, he is a human being that the only thing separating him from death each fight is its own set of skills. He is the kind of guy that you know you can count on to get the job done. Yes, his work can get extra messy and sometimes even involves casualties, just like in real life when facing life-threatening situations. And that's what makes Attack on Titan so special in my opinion, the fact that it gives a hard time for all the characters without exceptions. Levi Ackerman is a misunderstood character. He is actually a complicated character that their development was made behind the scenes, and you can notice it only when you look for it, or if you continue reading the manga. And after all that we have talked about today, from self-confidence to decision-making and to saving human life, we can see that Levi is not a meme for an overpowered character, and in my eyes, he is a unique hero character and mentor in the Attack on Titan universe. And that, my anime friends, is where I want to talk a little bit about the current situation in the manga. So from this point on, there will be spoilers, so please continue with caution. So, let's address the elephant in the room. Is Levi Ackerman really dead? That is one of the most frequently asked questions that I get, and my answer and opinion is absolutely not. There is no way that this scene was a death scene of such an important character, and I'm 100% sure that Isayama won't let Levi go like this. Another clue we have here in this panel with Levi's fingers cut off. Again, not a death scene, but actually determines how well Levi can maneuver while using the ODM gear. But we have also seen characters who lost hands, like Erwin, come back very surprisingly. I will say that Levi's injuries are much more severe and are not only on the outside, but he must suffer from internal damage as well. My hopes is to see him soon with some gadget from Hanji instead of his missing fingers. Maybe she will connect the trigger to his hand somehow. That could be fun, and I am sure we will get to see Levi using weapons once more. Another thing that I'm really interested in knowing is, did Levi hurt Eren like Mikasa did? If so, we truly know nothing about the Ackermans, and in this point, nothing will surprise me. So, what do you think? Do you agree that Levi is a hero? And if not, tell me why. Do you think he is coming back? And is he packing some cool Hanji invention with him? And do you believe Levi can even make a difference at that point of the story? You know how much I love chatting with you in the comments or on Facebook, Twitter, and on all of my other social accounts, so don't forget to let me know. That is all for this video, my Titan loving friends, and I will see you all real soon in my World Titans video. And until then, let me just remind you all to dedicate your hearts to humanity inside and outside the walls.